Topic 3, which is releases part 2. Andrew gets to read now.
All right. Next up, we have.
This is a big moment, Andrew.
Oh God!
Yep.
Wait, hold on. It's
Don't
still.
screw it up. Oh, he already screwed it up. You're fired. I'm doing it.
No. We have the song that I put. Cooper would kill us if we don't cover it. It is IN2IT's single album, Into the Fever, with the title track "Sorry for My English."
Yep. So this is like a Tiara song. It's like super retro, and I liked it a lot because of that. We don't get that very often anymore. Not this type of retro, like disco-y retro.
Are we doing the same order or?
No, you go. You go. I go first, and then.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
confused because we've never done this before.
Yeah.
It's uncharted territory.
So basically, I thought the song was really good. I had this to nail, like it's kind of like TR, like but with a modern guy group sort of twist, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing was annoying me in the MV. One of the guys had like lipstick and it was like way too obvious.
It's too red.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you look like you got your like lips pumped or something. I think it's just lipstick. I'm like, it's a little too much. Like I understand like making a pop for the music video or whatever, but I'm like, you literally look like you literally just put on like your mother's lipstick. But it's again, it's not really a complaint. I just thought it was funny.
Next, we have Jenyer, also known as Ji-yoon, formerly of 4 Minute, her digital single Bus. I think the sort of, I guess, defining characteristic of this song, I believe, is just, it reminds you of Haze, surprisingly. And thinking like, okay, Ji-yoon from 4 Minute, like hard-hitting, like rap and hip-hop and like EDM group, does all the solo stuff that's like really chill, and like it's such an interesting sort of reversal when it comes to her solo music, but she has the voice for it. And again, I feel like her voice talent was just kind of underutilized in 4 Minute to some degree because they only had so many ballad tracks.
Well, it's not till like 2013 when they freaking started making her do rap, and then it came out like after she'd been on Pretty Rap Star. She's like, I don't even want to rap, making me rap, and they made me go on the show. And I felt out of place because I'm not because she didn't feel like a legit rapper or anything. And I was like if you had asked me in like 2012 when I first got into this would be the type of music I would have expected from Ji-yoon, like solo. Yeah. So this is what I like to see because I feel like this is ultimately the type of stuff she likes to make.
Definitely. So,
yeah, I really enjoyed the the R&B style of this.
Yeah. For me, like I missed 4 Minute and but I love Ji-yoon doing style because she her voice that much and it's really good.
All right, next we have Jesse's digital single Down, which was produced by Gray. It's interesting that Jesse and Hyodin are really good friends, so it's interesting that they both are doing like sexy like beach concepts at the same time. But
yeah,
I know people weren't too high on the song from what I've seen on like the internet, but man, I've been waiting for Jessie to do a song like this because it kind of feels like it's perfect. And I'm a crazy person that prefers Jessie singing to her rapping. Like not that her rapping is bad, it's just that I love her voice. So I'm glad that we're getting
she's a great vocalist.
Yeah, yeah, she's super underrated when it comes to her vocals, just because she's more well known for just like her crazy antics and being a good rapper. But yeah. I was really sold on this. I don't know who that random the music video is weird because like some random guy that just like she kisses or whatever, and like her outfits are really risque, but I mean she pulls it off incredible.
Yeah, I thought the MV was good. Again, it was just like same issue with the other two songs, a little too revealing. But again, I'm trying not to complain too much.
It's Jessie.
Yeah, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm.
I don't want to seem like I'm like that old man who's like yelling at the song.
Aeon, Hyodin, now Jessie.
This is the last one. So
I was gonna say I don't think there were any more.
You guys can relax.
Yeah, for me, I really liked how minimalistic the instrumentals are in this song.
Yeah, the drop.
I thought it like stood out a lot for me, and like I really enjoyed the song a lot.
Yeah.
Next, we have KQ Fellas. I swear, that's just their pre-debut name. It's not as.
it's with a Z, by the way.
Yeah, KQ Fellas.
It should have been their full name. Their official name should have just been Fellas.
Yeah, KQ Fellas with the title track "From," which I believe came from like the last episode of their. They had like a because they got famous or they got popular because some of them are on Mix 9, and then after Mix 9 they started like a, I guess, training survival show type thing on their YouTube channel, where they went to America to like practice for a debut. The final group name is called the 80s. I think they sort of got popular
Way worse.
They got popular because they got there was a dance cover that they did that went a bit viral, and for some reason one of them isn't debuting with the final group. His name is Lee Junyoung. It's just an interesting situation. I mean, like, the song isn't too bad, but I just wanted to go over the details.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have Laboum with the single album Between Us, title track Between Us.
Can I go
Yeah,
first?
you can go.
So,
Nate's killing with anticipation.
So just like A-Pink, like, they finally did like a sexy concept, like classy sexy concept, and I did not expect it at all when the teasers came out. I was like, what is going on? I'm freaked out a little bit. But no, like, everything about the song is perfect. Like, the instrumentals, the singing, the subtle bass, the choreo is amazing, especially like the point choreography, like how it fits with the rhythm of the singing is so good. Like, the styling, just, I've watched like every live stage of the song so far. It's up there for one of my favorite Laboum songs, and I did not expect it to happen at all.
The end. Anyways, I really I thought it, like, I was not expecting anything like it was like completely like foul ball, like, but I'll take it, like, honestly, like, amazing. Also, question, is the MV still in 4K?
I don't know. I never
yes,
checked.
I watched it. I watched it on my brand new spanking new 4K.
Oh, it's 4K.
TV.
I gotta go watch that at some point.
As you should. Yeah, Nate's gotta watch it in 4K OLED.
Yep.
Like, I think I might have enjoyed it a bit more than A-Pink's song, but I'd still had some problems with it. Yeah, I'm glad that I don't mind them going to this, because it's funny, like ZN kind of brought a bit of like unity back into like the main group. And I'll say I don't know how much success they'll have post Huihi, post Yulhi leaving because of certain situations. But I think, yeah, it's still a good song. Though this is probably the last song. A Laboum song is probably the last song I expected that like bed squeaking sound effect that I keep hearing in
that was funny.
like, rap songs when they're talking about like having like hard sex all night or something like that. Like, geez, like freaking Wale ruined that song or that sound effect for me, because I kept hearing it in a lot of his songs. Whale
and Rap Monster. throwback joke for you, old school.
Yeah, well, our OG fans. Next up, we have Leo from Vixx with his debut mini album Canvas. The title track is called Touch and Sketch. I guess I'll just go for it. This is the other song I found that had a lot of Taemin inspiration. Like, it's so overt just from the hair, like the outfits, the vocals, definitely. So it's that's cool that Taemin has had such an impact on both male and female like idols, that where they basically everyone's sort of just like taking after that style that he helped pioneer. It's definitely very much in line with like the Vixx's aesthetic, and like I enjoyed it surprisingly.
Yeah, that's pretty much my exact notes. Was like, this is very Taemin-esque. I enjoyed it.
All right, next we have Lime from Hello Venus. It is a FM 2018 project single. The title track is Miss You featuring Jero.
Yeah, so that's like Fantagio's.
Yeah, Fantagio's like station type thing.
Technically, it's wrong in the spreadsheet. It's FM 201.8 because it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like a radio station. Or whatever.
Yeah.
The dot's just in the wrong spot. But yeah, this is Lime doing Tropical House. Obviously, I enjoyed it. I just wanted to shout it out because we haven't heard anything from Hello Venus since like the beginning of last year. So hopefully we can get something new soon.
Next, we have Lime Soda. Lime Soda's digital single "All Eyes on Me," which is not a cover of the Tupac song. Okay, so they're just like a random group that we ended up covering like last year with. They released like some song on releases that we covered. It was a cutesy concept, and then for whatever reason they just like, if you look at like the thumbnail that we have, they just switched to like a sexy concept. I was like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. It was very confusing, and also they might be in a bit of trouble because they had a make star for their second album, and apparently it's been constantly delayed over and over again. So and their first song had a like extravagant, very expensive looking music video, and this didn't even this got like barely a teaser and no music video whatsoever. So that's very, very, very interesting.
Probably a problem with the management.
Yeah.
So with this song, I thought the song and the beat were both good, but like I was listening to the vocals and they sound really, really. I don't know if they put some kind of like filter or effect over their voice, or if they literally just didn't have that good of a microphone, but like it sounds like weird to me. I don't know, like muffled. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just that was pretty much the only gripe I had with it.
I think it sounds kind of weird because they're doing like the multi-layered vocal thing. It's just that the background is really soft, so it sounds like what? Like you can barely hear the effect. That might be throwing it off for you.
Maybe, I don't know. I just it sounded like they weren't using a very good. It was just weird.
I mean, I wouldn't be
listened
surprised.
to it a couple times, so yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot wrong with this company if we're seeing all this news about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, next we have Lovelyz, the digital I keep saying signal, digital single Wagzak, which I have to quote myself like directly here. Quote. I would have enjoyed their last mini album more if this was the lead single. Honestly, like this blows like the last song out of the water completely. That's all I have to say.
Jacob.
Oh, I didn't realize Nate didn't. I thought didn't you say something?
No,
or?
I haven't said. No, usually I don't know. You've been going before.
Really?
Just go.
Yeah, you didn't even notice.
Oh no, I don't know. Whatever.
You're so used to going right after
Andrew.
So that's why I think what we should do is just keep the same rotation. Just the person reading starts.
Yeah.
And then,
Okay.
So
right.
yeah,
Anyway,
you just go after Andrew.
Okay, so typically, like Lovelyz, like their music doesn't really stand out to me as much, which is weird because theoretically I should like them because their like style is like something that I've liked in other groups. I don't know. I think it's just specific songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought this song was a lot of fun. So yeah, this is definitely a lot better than a lot of their other stuff in my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, for me, this is definitely my favorite Lovelyz single. I think
of all time.
Like I think this is probably my favorite ever put out. I've literally been listening to this like every day since it came out, like all month. It's I don't know, it's just that perfect mix of like that like electronic-y Lovelyz song like style, but with that like summer electronic pop stuff that like Ashley gave us and like Twice gave us that we'll talk about after or later. That I just was so good for me.
Yeah, they were able to like seamlessly fuse like your prototypical like summer house song with chiptunes-esque Lovelyz, and that's like not having that electronic chiptunes is why I hated That Day so much, because it barely or like the like I mean maybe, but other than that it was such a step back. But yeah, I'm back on the Lovelyz train after this. I want to see where they'll take, if they'll go forward with this concept or if they'll just go back to like what they were doing before.
Yeah.
Next up, I know Nate's gonna enjoy this song. Next up we have Minseo with the CF digital single Zero. Speaking of something, or the MV was filmed in the same location as Kim Lip's Eclipse and Stray Kids' Elevator. It's a CF for some random Nexon mobile. I don't know if it's a mobile game or it's like some MMO or whatever. It's called Dungeon Fighters. Yeah, it's not. It's a Korean grinder, so you know. Nate, you can just you go. Nate, go ahead. Yeah, I
Do
know
you want me to
you're-
just go?
yeah, just go.
So-
You're probably gonna explain it better than I will.
Okay, so like this is probably my song of the year. I have to think about if it beats Get It. But like it's just this like has this orchestral film soundtrack, like uplifting like orchestral anthem. And so I used to listen before K-pop, I listened to symphonic and power metal, which is like this song is basically that type of song, but pop instead of metal.
So like Nightwish.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Nightwish. This is like a pop song
Pop
version of
Nightwish
Nightwish.
isn't something I never expected to. Like,
But that's what this
something come
is.
across this show.
And
Yeah.
it's so good. There's just like so many different like brass sections. It's an actual orchestra. There's like a French horn part, which I know Umu freaked out about.
Yeah.
There's a trombone
reaction,
part. Like,
yeah, her reaction was precious.
there's Gregorian chant, which we haven't got since Mama. Like, like just everything about the song. Like I listened to it at work, and I literally listened to it like 6 times in a row without like anything else. Like
I do the same thing.
It just blew me away.
But when you think about it, like it makes sense because it's a CF for like a fantasy like
Yeah, exactly.
hack and slash like role playing game. So
Yeah,
like
which is
it makes
what
sense.
symphonic metal is like.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
there's
it's like fantasy novel metal music basically.
Yeah, and for whatever reason they're like doing parkour in the music video, and then
Yeah,
there's like a
I didn't
dance
even talk
break.
about that. MV.
Or like
MV's
there's
really weird.
There's like a orchestral break that sounds like something out of Final Fantasy. Like there's like a
Yep.
lot going on
Yeah.
in this song, but it's incredible.
Yeah, it sounds like One Winged Angel, like the
Yeah.
bridge. It's ridiculous, like everything about the song.
Jacob's notes are quote holy fucking shit Batman.
Yeah, that's basically what my reaction was to it when I was listening to it for the first time. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, like basically Nate pretty much covered everything musically, but like these are the type of songs why I spend so much money on my like audio setup and stuff like that. It's just because like things with that kind of detail and just like thought put into it is just like I want the best experience possible. Like if you're looking to get rid of your like your Dollar General headphones or whatever, your Beats by Dollar General, like this is the type of music. This is the type of music like you're doing that for. Like
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
just you really need the extra detail because it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I recently got HD6XXs from my Mass Drop, and the first thing Jacob tells me to do is listen to this song, and I'm just like, oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, it just makes me really sad that if I wanted to buy this, like, because you know how they release on like digital like like even like Melon or Naver, they release FLAC
Yeah.
files. We can never get those because we don't have Korean ID. Like the closest we can
yeah.
get is like I don't know, just like 320 kilobit per second like iTunes files.
I think there actually might be a is it called like Bug or something like that?
I don't know, because like I
Bug
tried.
is
I
one
think-
of them.
Yeah, because I think you can. I think Americans.
I need the FLAC file of this though, like really bad. Like this song is like headphone testing material, just because there's so much dynamic range. There's so many instruments going on. So
Well, yeah, because it's got a lot of like classical stuff in there.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
classical-
well, yeah, it's
It's known
an
as-
orchestra backing it.
Well, what I was
An
saying
actual
is like
orchestra.
classical music is the type of music that you need to have higher end audio to listen to because
Yeah.
there's way more detail than in stuff like you
Pop
know that
music.
you'd get in pop music because there's way more instruments playing at the same time and
Yeah, exactly.
you know stuff like that. And yeah, like Andrew mentioned, this was the first song I told him to listen to when he got his new headphones, and I was like, I recommend listening to Zero by Minseo, and he's like, dude, I listened to that like a week ago, and I was like, no, listen to it again.
Listen to it with good headphones. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, definitely recommend this song easily.
Next we have Moti with the single album Blue Wave, the title track Blue. So I always just want to highlight the Planetarium Records guys every month because their stuff is just incredible and they're super underrated. Like at 2 a.m. on Saturday, or the other day, on Friday, Cooper was like freaking out about like finding Planetarium Records, and I'm just like, dude, I've been talking about them for months. Where have you been? Like, it was
Cooper doesn't listen to the podcast.
Only when he gets insulted.
Except for when we tell him to shut up to like 50 people, whoever watch it.
Yeah. So yeah, this was an incredible song. I feel like his vocals or his rapping skills are just like Zico-esque, and it's so good. I don't know where they're getting all this money, because Planetarium Records has amazing music videos all the time. Like, remember like the one song where it was like in the desert and it was like a crazy ballad or whatever. Like, they're flying to America to film music videos, and like we've never really heard of anything else they've done before. Like, Planetarium Records, I'm so high on, and I need more people to listen to them. Listen to everyone from Planetarium Records, please.
Yeah. Like, I enjoyed the rest of their stuff. This one just like, I thought the rapping is good and stuff. It actually didn't stand out as much. It's the only reason why I like it. Otherwise, I definitely acknowledge how good they are, because I like the other stuff that we've covered on releases.
Yeah. Next we have Myteen with the mini album. Is this Fuzzle?
It's pronounced puzzle in Korean anyway.
Okay. Puzzle.
They don't have an F sound.
With the title track She Bad. So
She bad.
Please don't bring that song up ever again. No. Like, I don't know. I've kind of let like Myteen, like I've kind of like skipped them every time they've shown up on the list, but whoa, this song. And no wonder I love this song, because Hongyeon from Vixx did the choreography, and I feel like the choreography was like a huge standout part to this, and leading into the drop especially, it like the bad like the hand motions is just somebody good choreographed this song. So I was super impressed. I need to look into them more.
Yeah, it was deep house, and so obviously I liked it, and the drop is just so good.
That and Cooper's been yelling at everyone for months.
Yeah, Cooper likes my
Yeah. Next we have New Kid 02, our number 2, with the preview album Boy Boy Boy. Title track is Shooting Star. I was super turned off by them at first, because they all have the same fucking hair color, and I was just like, how am I going to like tell who
blonde
is who?
Asian perfection? Yep. BAP. That's what it stood for.
Yeah, it was so weird. But I was surprised at how much I enjoyed the song. Again, like, you can tell that they're sort of a startup. Like, they, I feel like every startup group goes to the tennis court. Like, that's like that's a thing now, basically. But
it's a ritual.
Yeah. Like the chorus in this is just it blew me away. I was so surprised. Like, I wasn't maybe because I had no expectations going into this, but I need to pay attention to them now.
Yeah, for me, same. Like, I just like the really funky synths and everything just really stood out to me when I had no expectations going in. So I also definitely want to.
Did you have anything else to say, Jacob? Or
no, I just thought it was funny that they were all blonde like BAP.
Yeah, that they had the blonde hair. Next, we have Nick and Sami, their digital single "Summertime." Why does this not have an MV? And why are they so good? That I don't know. It feels like they're super underrated all the time. It doesn't.
Definitely. Not too many
people are behind Nick and Sami.
Even I'll admit that. Like, I like everything that I've listened to. Too.
Like, this is a type of it's kind of different from what they've done before. Like, the reason why Nate fell in love with him is because like they kind of do a little bit like maybe like tropical, or like they do more house stuff. Whereas this is, I feel like, more like retro. It reminds me of the 1975, where they're just kind of like incorporating exactly. Old school synth pop with like pop punk and pop rock type of vibe. So
yeah, like this is the type of music I usually listen to aside of K-pop, alternative, indie sort of stuff, and I really like. I hope to come out with more music like.
Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a lot faster than like their previous stuff, I feel like, but I really liked all the guitar. Like, they really stood out to me.
Next, we have ONF, their Japanese single album OnOff, Japanese version, with the title track OnOff, Japanese version. So I just want to mention this because it's interesting that WM must have like a lot of confidence in them if they're debuting them in Japan before even Oh My Girl got a Japanese debut. So that's definitely a good sign for this group. And the song translates pretty well into Japanese. And finally, we have OOHYO with OOHYO digital single Paper Cut. I mean, I've been championing her
Cover of the Linkin Park song.
I mean, that'd be amazing, but no, it unfortunately isn't. I've been championing OOHYO since last year, and this is probably her best song, like easily her best song, just because it's just like a really good combination of like future funk and like really nice 80s synth and and you have to listen to the English version as well because the English lyrics are incredible. Also, she did an acoustic or she did a piano version of this song, which was just incredible too. She has so much talent, and she doesn't sell CDs though for whatever reason. I need a physical copy of her music. Jeez. Nate, I guess you can go.
Well, Jacob.
Oh, Jacob.
All right, so I actually like a lot of the stuff that I have like 3 or 4 songs on my Apple Music. So every time she does, funny thing actually, like this past semester, one of my friends from college like said, "Hey, listen to this," and I was like, "Oh, this is OOHYO," and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How the heck do you know this?" I was like,
That's
"How the
cool.
heck do you know this? This is like random."
You're like super
'Cause
underground.
she's not like, yeah, exactly. Like he just found this like he finds this random underground Korean like indie artist, and I was like, "Wow, that's cool." He didn't actually expect me to know her either. I was like, "Yeah, I listen to everything." So
It's funny though, reading your notes, I thought you meant one of your like Korean friends actually knew.
Oh, no,
personally knew.
No.
Yo,
Yeah.
I was about to say,
So-
give me the hookups. I need to not let her know that we exist.
But no, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, no, he knows who she is.
Yes. For me, yeah, I basically just what Andrew said. Like, I really liked the style of the song. Like I love 80s synth pop stuff and funk stuff. So like this stood out to me a lot.
Yeah.
The music video is really cool too. Like it's just it's kind of like
With
a
the
lyric video,
piano.
but like a really cool piano, and like it sort of like stretches like a folded origami paper sort of thing.
Yeah.
The song itself is really cool because it's the lyrics are kind of like an allegory to like I'll just quote it from her. Quote, "In this song, I look back on the words and actions of people that have hurt me the most. Paper cuts tend to heal faster than you think, and they're gone before they know it." So just like the entire concept of the song is really cool.
Yeah, that actually is. I like that.
Analogy.
Just yeah. Like the people say stuff, it hurts and it heals fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait. I want to like hear like a full length album from her because I feel like she deserves like more recognition.
Yeah. Well, I feel like she probably produces her own.
Yeah,
Oh,
she does a
definitely,
lot
yeah,
of her own
she does.
stuff, so that's probably why it's just This might be my favorite song by G Friend since Fingertip. And the reason why is because obviously it sort of incorporates a bit of what Fingertip had going for it with like it's got like the future funk like city pop like strong horn section going for it. So I'm a sucker for all of that. So I'm obviously going to like this song.